to love it in school when the teacher would turn the classroom lights off and give a demonstration, so I'm going to do that today, class. Here I have two lights equidistant from the wall, that means equal distance, and they both have diffusion on them. One is a short throw wide, 14-inch wide Magnum, and the other one is a long throw, which means it's longer, but 11-inch. So one is short and wide, and one is long and narrower. Which one do you think is going to have a softer shadow? The big wide one, because it's a bigger source? Or the smaller light source that's further away from the light? Now, we're only talking like maybe 4 or 5 inches further away from the light. Which one do you think is going to have a softer shadow? Well, let's find out. I got the two lights here, and I have a little stand equal distant. That's equal distant from the wall. And here we go. I'm going to see it. First, we're going to start with the wide 14-inch Magnum. As you can see, the shadow here is actually broken into 3 different shadows. We have 1, 2, 3. Now over here on this one, we have one shadow, and it's kind of soft. As we go back and forth between these two, you can see they're both technically soft, but they're considerably different. One is one soft, continuous shadow. The other one is 3 shadows. But if you squint, or if you were to see that on someone's face, it would still look soft. Now remember, the purpose of looking at shadows is to talk about the shadowing of wrinkles on someone's face, how to make someone's face look smoother by smoothing out the shadows more. So they both give you smooth looks on your face, but they're different. All right, here's the 14-inch short Magnum with the diffusion on it, and this is the lighting you get. It's a nice soft light. Now this is the one that had the 3 shadows. Do you see the 3 shadows on the face? No, it looks kind of soft, doesn't it? Basically a 14-inch softbox. Now we're going to switch it to the long reflector, keeping the same distance from her nose to the end of the reflector. All right, and here it is. Here's the long throw that's 11-inch, so it's narrower and longer. And here's the shadow, and here's that face. Slightly different look. Both shadows look soft, so even though you saw the other one divided into 3 different shadows, it still looks soft. This one looks also soft. Well, it is, because it's just one shadow. Here's my face in here. All right, this is what I look like when I have the narrow, long throw on my face. And this is the wider, shorter, 14-inch, bigger Magnum. Now, I don't know about you, but I like the look the Magnum gives a little bit more. It looks a little softer. Even though the shadows on the wall look kind of equally soft, the longer, thinner one seems to bring out the imperfections in the skin more, which I don't like. What's the brightness difference between the two? Let's check. 5.6. 4.09, so the long throw with the smaller dome, you'd think it'd be brighter because it's a smaller, tighter beam, but it's actually 1/10 of a stop less. The diffusion is further away from the light source, so sometimes things are not what you expect them to be. But it's interesting to find out, and that's what science and experiments are for. In classrooms with the lights out. So there you go. I guess it's kind of a matter of taste. This one is shorter but wider. This one is longer but narrower. And I guess they take about the same amount of space. But I don't know. I guess it's a matter of taste, but I thought I'd bring this up because it's kind of interesting. Just the subtle differences like that. It's not just how big the light source is, but how far it is from the light. Even a few inches makes a difference. Thought you might find that interesting, class? All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.